Hello! Oh, God. Start again. Hello! I'm Kelly Wild, tranny tragic, 80-year-old tranny tragic, from Barnet in Hertfordshire, about 10 miles north of London. Now, you've heard that expression, the truth shall set you free. Sounds good, but chances are you've never heard the truth. From childhood, you were told a whole heap of lies, and many of you have clutched onto those lies throughout your entire lives. Allow me just a few short minutes of your time and I'll put that matter right. I'll teach you the truth, the real truth, not the truth the church wants you to know and understand. I'll teach you the truth they don't want you to know, they don't want you to hear about, because their existence depends upon you believing the lies that were jammed into your brain when you were a child. So let's put matters right, shall we? On April the 15th, around the world, International Jewry celebrates the Feast of the Passover. Ooh, sounds so much fun. What exactly passed over? Does anybody know? I'll explain. Their God, the God that they manufactured and that you worship, the God decided to slaughter thousands, maybe tens of thousands of little children, babies, newborn babies, slaughter the whole lot of them, kill everyone, except for Israelites. This bloodthirsty, sadistic God, this mass murderer, chose to slaughter thousands, maybe tens of thousands of little children, but he passed over the Israelite children. He allowed those children to survive. Everybody else in Egypt suffered the death of their firstborn child. Some people think firstborn, oh, he must be elderly, he must be, at least 20 years old, so what does it matter if a few thousand teenagers or 20-year-olds are killed? No, it doesn't say that. In the Bible it talks about the firstborn regardless of age. This means that little babies born just minutes before God went on his rampage, little babies, maybe hours old, a day or two, maybe just a few minutes old, God, this Israelite God, Jehovah, Yahweh, JWHW, whatever you want to call it, this mass murdering maniac, disgusting, hideous and ghastly deity decided, I'm in a mood to kill them all. Oh, let's have a real slaughter going on here, blood everywhere. I'll slaughter every Egyptian firstborn child regardless of age. So now you've learned something. Now you know what it is that Jews celebrate every year from the 15th of April to the 23rd of April every year. They celebrate the death, the murder of thousands, possibly tens of thousands, of little Egyptian children. Wow, what a laugh! What a celebration! Do wish I could join in. Not. This was the 10th plague that God inflicted upon the Egyptian people. By the way, these people who suffered, they had nothing to do with the Pharaoh's decisions. The Pharaoh kidnapped slaves and forced slaves to work. They had nothing to do with it. But God thought, I'm out to get some fun here. I want to slaughter as many people as possible. So let's go back a bit. He started off with 9 plagues before that 10th plague that I've just described. First of all, he turned all the water to blood, so that they had no drinking water, only blood. And he had already spoken to Moses. Moses, by the way, was 90, whichever way, 90 years old when God ordered him and his brother Aaron to speak to the Pharaoh. And he had already said to Moses, I have no intention of allowing the Pharaoh to release the slaves. I want to get honor. And my way of getting honor is to inflict as much pain, misery and slaughter on the Egyptian people as possible. So first of all, I'm going to turn their water to blood. Yay! After that, the Pharaoh couldn't wait to release the slaves. Please, Moses, tell your God, take the slaves, off you go. Just turn my drinking water back to water. And God said, no way. I'm going to harden the Pharaoh's heart to make sure he doesn't release the slaves. Did you know that? They don't generally tell you about that in church, do they? Oh no, they make out the Pharaoh was all bad and God had to keep on sending plague after plague after plague. But after each plague, Pharaoh was on his knees begging Moses to talk to his God, please, please, please take the slaves. And God kept saying, no way, I'm enjoying this. This is fun. Hey, next I'm going to send a plague of frogs. Yes, frogs everywhere. Frogs in your cupboards, frogs in your bed, frogs everywhere. But after the frogs, God sent lice, a plague of lice. Actually, I believe before that he sent a plague of flies. Flies first, then lice. What does it matter? The Egyptian people, who were totally innocent of anything, they were made to suffer, and God was having a ball. Oh my goodness me. I don't know if he said, oh my God. I'm enjoying this. What else can I do? Now, let me see now. I know. I'll make all their cattle suffer. I'll send boils onto their cattle. What is this called? A murrain. I think that's a disease that you send to cattle. He sent all the cattle crazy with this horrible disease. And then he thought, hang on, I might as well send boils to all the other people, all the peasants, all the villagers, everybody except for the Israelites, of course. So he sent boils to everybody to suffer. And he was in his element. Oh, this is so much fun. And Pharaoh's on his knees. He's begging, 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 begging. Please, Moses, tell your God, take the slaves. Take them. I'd be glad to see the back of them. Oh, hang on a minute. What else can I send them? I know, I'll send locusts. I'll send a swarm of locusts to eat all their crops. And so they've got nothing to eat. They'll starve to death. This is so much fun. So after that, what else can I do? Let me think now. They're nearly all dead, but hang on. I know what I'll do. I'll send hail. So any crop that's left, their crops will be destroyed with hail, and their homes will be destroyed with hail. Yay! Oh, this is so much fun. I'm loving every second of this. What else can I? Oh, I know. I'll send fire. I'll send fire. I'll set everything ablaze. Everything will burn. Anything that's left, that is, will burn. Dear oh dearie me, I'm running out of ideas here. Let me think now. Oh, that's right, I could switch the sun off. Yeah, bring them eternal darkness. They'll never see daylight again. That's what I'll do. Switch, off goes the sun. The whole of Egypt is enveloped in darkness, and they can barely survive. Nothing's growing. Everything's been destroyed anyway. But then he comes up with the absolute doozy, the classic form of torture and horror and misery, the best, the absolute, he's he's having an orgasm here when he comes up with this idea. I know what, there's still some survivors. I'll slaughter the firstborn child of every family throughout Egypt. Yay! Oh, goodness me, I don't know where I get all these brilliant ideas from. But I must get honour. And the only way I can get honour is to keep on inflicting pain and misery on the innocent Egyptian people, especially their children, and I'm going to murder the firstborn child of every family throughout Egypt. Yay! So now you've heard just a smattering of the truth that's been denied you your entire life. You've always believed that the Pharaoh was an evil bugger who refused to let the slaves go. So God, Jehovah, Yahweh, J-H-W-H, had to keep on sending plague after plague after plague in order to convince the Pharaoh to release the slaves. The Pharaoh needed no convincing. He had begged Moses, please take the slaves. But God kept hardening his heart so that he wouldn't release the slaves. Were you told about that in church? I doubt it very much. There's more to that story, but I've gone on for long enough. I don't want these videos to go on for too long because everybody gets bored. There's other things to get on with, like sport and playing with their little twiddle boxes. So that'll do for now. Bear with me. This is longer than most of my videos will be. Most of my videos will be much shorter than this. Every week there'll be a new video. Every week, if you care to tune in, you'll learn another truth about the Bible. Ciao for now.